Amazing turnout for Kamala's. Wow, there's like 120 people at that rally. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should we be worried? A lot of white old people too, huh? Oh, diversity. I love it. They got so much diversity. What is going on, my friends? Good evening, late night, all that fun stuff. Sorry, I'm the late night show tonight, guys. What a crazy day I've had. Crazy days all around. Anyways, old finds first tonight. Automag's second XR Q3 and Troy Mann just bringing in the fourth spot. What's up, Vince, Oscar, Darren, Carl, Akira, Superhero, Kathy. What's up, Damage Sean, BM Pro, Alan Krentz, Adventures with Shogun. You got through the second covenant. Thanks for. You're welcome, brother. Glad you like it. Patrice, what's up? Scott Volkovitz, Blast from the Past, Superhero. God bless us, everyone. Tiny Tim, Donkey. Come on, I got you again. I don't know. They best think that they can really get money from you guys on here. So now, just Mike. Frank Ganastagio, Queefer Alice, R. Will, CJ Yukon, greetings. All right, guys. Wow. Today is a wild day, and I know, Toe, they're getting those Kamala ads on me. Listen, it's crazy right now, and today it's going to be. We got some stuff I want to cover. That's pretty important. It's one of those days where the news is not the normal news. But it's important stuff that's going on, and we got to talk about what is going on in Venezuela and what it means for us and why it should give you a lot of hope for our country. And not only that, but this Kamala stuff is just getting worse and worse. They're pushing this narrative so hard. They brought out that corpse, Allan Lichtman, today, the guy who's so famous for predicting every election since 1984, which is total BS nonsense that we're going to go through it. I'm going to expose him. I'm going to show you why he's a fraud, and you should not listen to him on his 13 keys to the presidency and all this nonsense. Nobody's called perfect elections since 84. And anyways, the left reveres this guy. And anyways, he's a clown. But we're going to go through that. And because it's a big deal. It's all over Twitter right now. And we're going to talk about Andrew Leff turning himself in, what it means for short sellers in the market. So plenty to go over today. And I'm going to do my best to keep it under an hour, because some of us got to sleep. So anyways, but yeah, Joe hasn't said about Venezuela. Yeah, we're going to talk about what Kamala said too. How it was a big nothing burger, she said. But yeah, I don't know what's up with the Kamala ads before my videos. They are punking me here on YouTube. They demonetized 3 of my videos in a row. I was able to get 2 of them back. I don't even know how, except for on one of them, I removed the chapter that said new 9/11 footage. And once I removed that, they approved my video. So they still let me keep the footage in the video, but they didn't want that tagline in there because they didn't want people looking for it, I guess. And anyways, but yeah, three videos in a row demonetized. Got 2 of them back online after already start going through the first day, which is always the best day for my videos anyways. And then it's Google's playing games right now, but now they're punking me by putting Kamala ads on my videos. So whatever. If Kamala wants to pay me to run her ads, you know what? That's fine. She doesn't pay very well, I'll tell you that. The ads don't pay very well, but it's a little something. Steve, what's up, man? Late howdy, David, 74. Nordman here, CJ Yukon. Going to Texas, what you doing down there? John Cox, XRQ, Venezuela didn't have computerized vote tabulation, late ballots in early morning. Oh, wait, yeah, right. All right, Jim, good to see you, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Check this out. Okay, so notice how every time they steal an election, they make sure the results appear close to make it look like 50-50. Exit polls showed Maduro losing by over 30 points. He didn't even crack 20% in pre-election polls. Democrats do it here. Socialists in Venezuela, same player, same playbook. He announced himself winner with 51% of the vote. Edmundo Gonzalez, 44% of the vote. This is causing a revolution in Venezuela. The people are not having it, and it is beautiful. Here's what the exit polls showed. Gonzalez, 65% in the exit polls. All right, and listen, exit polls can be wrong. They were wrong in 2016, but they're not this wrong. 34% difference. That is nuts. And what did it do? This is what they officially announced, and now the people are revolting. Now, this is important because we all expect chicanery in this year's election, in our election. We expect nonsense. They are going to pull crap, and they're trying to already get it together where it looks like this now. But people are rejecting socialism and communism all across the world. Argentina, the Javier Milei win is a miracle, and he is completely reforming his country. El Salvador, listen, we have been so black-pilled in so many places, and I was thinking about this a lot today. There's a lot of people out there, influencer types, especially on the right or the libertarian side, whatever. They're very black-pilled that nothing matters, nothing's going to win. Everybody's corrupt no matter where you look. And it is... it doesn't help anything. We can't think like this. And this is why Venezuela is important, because it shows the people can rise up. And I think the people are going to get their revolution here. I mean, look at this. Police officers are now removing their uniforms and joining the protesters. I mean, they're losing. The military is starting to do this. They're standing down. They're joining the protesters, the policemen. This is how, and we don't want it to get this bad here, where this is what has to happen. But it shows you that there's so much hope. And then other countries are starting to step up. Panama says we're not doing anything with you until the election is fair. Until, they're not recognizing this fraudulent election. Absolutely huge. Even freaking CBS is stepping in, reporting Nicolas Maduro stealing the Venezuelan election. Widespread accusations of fraud with U.S. and other countries casting down the results. And it's crazy. They are actually reporting it. So, what are the odds this happens this same year we're about to have the most important and probably most messed with election in our history? What are the odds that this happens beforehand? This puts everything front and center in people's minds about how we fight back, how we win, how we take back our country, and also election fraudulence, watching it. This is one of the best things that could happen leading up to our country. I fully expect Venezuela gets their country back. This is when the people get to this point, they're not going to back down. They're not, even like I said, even the military and the police aren't doing it. And so it's forcing our mainstream media, which hates free and fair elections, which loves socialism and communism. It's forcing them to report on it and put it out there. So this is very, very good and very important. Venezuelan patriots taking over control of the Simon Bolivar International Airport. Look at, all the protesters. Keep fighting Venezuela, never stop. I love it. They're not going to let this happen. And this is what we need to do. If they steal this election, I'm not calling for violence because that's ridiculous. I don't believe in violence, okay? But we have to make sure they don't steal our election too. And I get so sick and tired of people saying, when I am telling you guys why I believe this is possible, why we can get our country back, and so many people, no, man, they're just going to steal. It's all rigged. Well, you're not doing anything, so shut up. We have to change our mindset. We have to go out there. We have to step up. If the people of Venezuela can stand up and do it, we have no damn excuse. We have no excuse, and we're not as bad as them. We can do it by showing up in droves to vote and by being election workers and poll workers and refusing to let them drive in ballot stuffing vans in the middle of the night. I'm telling you, we can do this. We can stop it, and we will win. But we have to be willing to fight, and we have to look to stuff like this and say, if they can do it, it won't happen here. We won't let it happen here. So this is an incredibly important story. We need to keep following it closely, and we need to be praying that Venezuela takes back their country, and the people get their country. They get their person in there, the person they voted for, not the socialist dictator. We need to pray that this works out for them, and that the military continues to step down, the police continue to step down and join the people, and that they do this. Because this is one of the best things we can see it happening in the world, is the people rising up and getting their country back. I love it, Dame Time. Need to do it now. Anyways, Damn It says, I'm a sponsor of Venezuelan family, met working in Trinidad. She's in tears today. Huge protests with deaths after a big opposition win. Wow. Yeah, the deaths, we want it to be peaceful, but Dame Time, things will intensify as we get closer to elections. Absolutely. Google earnings not good. Didn't they report it the other day? John Cox, maybe Joe Biden can expand the keys to 19 keys to the White. All right, we'll talk markets in a little bit, guys. Drew, you couldn't find my video from yesterday? That's interesting. What's up, Donna? Brett, sure Venezuela using the faithful Dominion voting machines. No other choice. Right. No joke. It's this world. This is the year the world's changing. Can you guys see this? This is not just us. We can get so focused on our country, and by all rights we should be. This is our country. Should be focused on it. But the world is changing this year. Again, 3 of the worst nations in the world are changing. 2 of them have already changed. Argentina and El Salvador. And now Venezuela. It's all happening in the Western Hemisphere. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. Why not us? Why not here? We can do it. And we're nowhere near as bad as they've gotten. But that will be where we get this right here, Venezuela. To me, it's a hopeful sign, but it's also a warning sign. Because if we don't win this election, if we don't take back our country, okay, this will be the only way it does get taken back in years from now, maybe decades from now. And we don't want that. So we can stop another way. We can make it work. Eric says there's more elections this year around the world than any other year in history. That is unbelievable. That doesn't even make sense. That's crazy how this all just happens the same year. How can we stop them from hacking the machines that count the votes? Dogs, it wasn't the machines. They were not the reason we lost in 2020. They didn't help. But the reason we lost in 2020 is because they stopped the counting and they imported hundreds of thousands of ballots. in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona. They stole it with mostly paper ballots. Yes, the machines had a part to play in it, of course. But a lot of states aren't using those machines anymore. So, we just have to step up. We have to see there's discrepancies. This is why it's so important that good people step up and become poll watchers, become election workers. We need to drive them out. There needs to be more of us than them so that they can't pull the stuff they did last time. JC Cool, good evening. Oh, good to see you, man. Glad you could make it. Alan, problem is we have too many sheep here. We need more wolves. Alpha wolves only breed with one female for life. Interesting. Listen, Alan, you're right, but it's also possible. What's up, Zechariah? Cash Patel says there will be an election. Interesting. I mean, I think we're heading that way. I do. Drew, did I see last week's unemployment? How the F was at 0? No, I didn't see that. What's up, Mantan? Anyways, guys, so I really wanted to just go over that quick. There's right now their country is in turmoil, but it's because they're stealing an election, and we got to believe they're not going to let it happen. And here's our dear Vice President's statement on it. Listen to this. This is such a non-statement. The United States stands with the people of Venezuela who expressed their voice in today's historic presidential election. Do you notice? She doesn't say the Maduro regime needs to step down. They need to accept the people's votes. They need to have a free and fair election. We will, I calling on the U.S. to step down from relations with Venezuela until this is, like Panama did, until this is resolved. Nope. It says the will of the Venezuelan people must be respected despite many challenges. Continue to work for a more democratic, prosperous, secure future for the people of Venezuela. This is such a BS response. Like, there's a reason she left out the names, because she wants to play at both sides. She wants people to say, oh, look at what Kamala's doing. She's speaking out. But she also wants the Maduro regime, who they want to stay in power. Kamala, Biden, Obama, the Democrats, they want the Maduro regime because they want countries that are socialist and they can go to their palaces on... they go down there and with their entourage and they say, oh, look what socialism has done. It's so beautiful. They want that. And so this is such a crazy nothing burger. This statement is a big nothing. So that's there. I haven't seen Trump say anything yet, but I'm sure when he does, it'll be strong. But I don't know. There might be a reason he's holding back. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, this is nuts. Damn it says we should have a big discussion on what each of us could actively do in this election cycle. 100%. 100%. And listen, it doesn't take much, guys. You can step up. I mean, being a poll worker is so easy. It's one day of your life. It's a little bit of training. And like, we all have to step up and fight for our country, and voting's only part of it. And I get it. Some people might not be able to get off work. You do what you can do. Then recruit somebody else to do it. But the RNC is trying to recruit 100,000 poll workers across the nation to watch this, especially in swing states. We need this. But what if we got 200,000? What if we just completely overwhelmed them with volunteers? That's how we do this. We step in. We were so willing to trust the system for so many years, and that's how they started taking stuff over, putting secretaries of states funded by George Soros in certain states, getting the Dominion machines in, whatever it is, getting election laws passed where they could, ballot harvest. Like, that's the kind of stuff that we just didn't pay attention to, or we didn't step up, and now it's time to do that. Heads up, Harris trying to get money off you. I know. I know. Venezuelan people wanted the USA to invade to help the disarmed populace. Really? Where was that? I didn't see that. All right. Speaking of Kamala, so we're seeing a bump for Kamala right now. And Rich Barris, who's my favorite pollster, does great work, said today in his new survey he's seeing a response bias in favor of Kamala. As he explains, what this means is although the data may seem to indicate Harris pulling closer to Trump, the effect is primarily being achieved because those who support Harris are currently more inclined to take the poll than Trump supporters, thus skewing the unweighted results. By the way, this is exactly what happened in 2020 and 2016, why the polls underestimated Trump. Because most Republicans are working, they don't trust unknown numbers calling them, they don't pick up. So they always get people more like, well, I'm not going to be mean. People more likely to pick up, though, are Democrats, moderates, all that. They just are. People who are more trusting of the government are way more open to this. So that partly skews polls. Even when the people who aren't trying to purposely skew them, that still skews it a little bit. And right now, with the media and everybody, they're telling them, people are told, like, hey, make sure you pick up. You want to tell them, talk to these people. If a pollster calls, let's talk to them. We want to show them how excited we are. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. But having said that, she's still behind. It's amazing. It's amazing how this works. She can't even catch up. By the way, look how crazy this is getting. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. This insane magazine cover. Camelot. And look at this caption. In a matter of days, the Democratic Party discovered its future was actually in the White House all along. Are you freaking kidding me? This is so terrible. I mean, sitting on a coconut? Oh my God. Look at this. This is New York Magazine. This is one of the most respected magazines in the world. And this is such an awful cover. I mean, this is such an awful cover. It's not even a good design. It's just like, wow. This is how bad the indoctrination is they're pushing right now, the propaganda. It's crazy. And so we have all this going on. And then today they push this out. Oh, hold on a second. Let me pull this up here. So this Allan Lichtman guy is all over the place now because he came out today. Yeah, so this is pushing. Okay, this is everywhere right now because this is the big Democratic talking point right now that, hey, we're going to push the fact that Kamala's winning this election. And Allan Lichtman has said it. Okay? He has spoken. And so it's like it's already over. So stupid. But this is what they do. All right, so let's go through this, why this guy's a total fraud. But first, all right, forecaster predicted every election since 84 says Kamala Harris will likely win in November. Allan Lichtman, who correctly predicted Trump would win in 2016, wrong, by the way, and Biden in 2020 says his forecast point to a Harris win. He uses 13 keys to make his prediction. Keys are party mandate, contest, incumbency, third party, short-term economy, long-term economy, policy change, social unrest, scandal, foreign military failure, foreign military success, incumbent charisma, challenger charisma. As of now, Harris has 6 keys, Trump has 3. Lichtman has 4 keys to hand out, but Harris is already at 6, meaning in his own words, a lot would have to go wrong for Democrats to lose. He's waiting until the DNC to make his final prediction. Da da da. They are so in love with this because this guy, first of all, he's a total lib. And he's been outspoken in his hatred of Trump. He ran for office as a Democrat a few years ago, lost terribly. This guy is all in on the Democrats. And for one thing, this is hilarious to me. Short-term economy and long-term economy, he has as blue. You guys, what do you think about our economy? Should it really be trending blue towards the incumbent? So it's like this guy is such a fraud. But let's show you a little bit here. All right. Do you know who Allan Lichtman is? He's a wacky professor who mainstream media insists on promoting, claiming he's correctly predicted the outcome of every presidential election since 1984. Fake news. He guessed wrong in 92. He picked Poppy Bush. Oh, and here it is. two analysts see a Bush win. And yeah, Allan Lichtman's in here. Yeah, he did. You know what he did though later? He changed his mind. He changed his mind, and so and this is what he does. One of his favorite things to do is say, "Oh no, I predicted the election, but not the popular vote." And he contradicts himself all the time. His model's supposed to predict the popular vote, but then he changed because you know what else he got wrong? 2000 Bush v. Gore. And so when he got it wrong, he said, "No, Gore did win the popular vote, so I was right." Well, then in 2016, he predicted that Trump would win the popular vote. Well, Trump lost the popular vote, won the election. And he said, "No, it proves my model's right. I predicted Trump." And they said, "Well, what about the popular vote on there? Hillary won that." And he says, No, I changed my model years ago." This guy is a total fraud. We have him 3 elections since '84 where he's been wrong or he's changed the narrative to keep it going. But you know what he believes though? Well, here again, as a reminder, Allan Lichtman is latest September 26, 2016, saying his keys predicted the popular vote. And then he rewrites history. So here he is saying, predicts the outcome of the popular vote. So he got 2016 wrong. But he gets credit for it because they love this guy. But I just want you guys to know that nobody loves Allan Lichtman more than Allan Lichtman. As he posts himself today, just an hour ago. And Allan Lichtman we trust. This guy's a total narcissist. He's a total narcissist. This is how he gets his kicks. He's got one claim to fame. He couldn't win as Senate when he was running for it. He created this 13 keys to the presidency back in 1984. Correctly predicted Reagan would win, which real big hard one there, buddy. Reagan won 49 states. It wasn't like he was unpopular or it was a close election. So good job. He predicted 88. Okay, well, let's give him a little credit for that one because Bush wasn't polling as well. He was down by 16 points at one point. So, okay, fine. We get that one. 92, we just covered. Messed up. Flip-flops. 96, gets it. Oh, that's a hard one. Clinton was up by 16 points in the polls. Real tough decision there. 2000, he got wrong. 2004, real tough one there. John Kerry, dodo head, like he was going to beat Bush. Nope. Bush carries it, obviously. 2008. Did anybody predict that one wrong? Did anybody think Obama was going to lose? But Allan Lichtman got it. We trust him. That was the easiest call ever. 2012 versus Romney. Is that a hard call? Hell no. Everybody knew Obama was going to win. I didn't want him to. I was hoping, there was a part of me hoping he would lose, but we all knew it. Romney was a terrible candidate and was polling bad the whole time. So these are his wins. And then he gets to claim in 2016, which we just went over, he missed the popular vote, but he still claims the win because Trump won, claims he changed his model. And then in 2020, he guessed Biden, which, you know what? With COVID and everything against it, every analyst was going against Biden, and Biden was up 9 points in the polls. So this guy is a complete and total fraud. If he just played the polls out of all those elections, he would have won almost all of them. I think 9 out of them. How many have there been? I'm not doing the math right now. But the polls have correctly, by whoever's leading in the polls, they have picked the winner of the 9 of the last 10 elections. So there you go. If you just followed that, you'd be 90% there. And this is all over Twitter. And watch, I'm going to prove it to you. The liberals are having a field day with this. They are loving this. It is just going down. He's correctly predicted. Legendary election predictor and author says, oh, this is that Biden will stay in the race. There's a good prediction for you, buddy. Breaking news, Allan Lichtman, it's all over the place. If you go to the latest where you get the regular people, some people are exposing him, but the liberals are going nuts. It says Kamala Harris will defeat him. this is just all over the place because this came out. They are just so happy that he's pulled this up for them. So anyways, you want to feel better here. Let's just look at this again. He kind of looks like Mr. Mackey on South Park. Yeah, right. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Mark. Kamala looks like a dusty 80s movie lost to the back of Blockbuster. It really does. Like a bad it looks like a bad version of like the Fish Called Wanda cover or something like that. What's up, Robert? William's still going? Oh my God, William. Brett, you thought his name was hyphenated Allan Lichtman Dushman Steinsacker. Camelotto. That's awesome. Yeah, please hit the like, share, subscribe, guys. I appreciate it very much. Okay, I got a couple other things I wanted to look at. Did you guys see the whole censorship campaign going on right now about the Trump assassination? Let's cover that real quick. So, this is, if you posted this photo before today, they finally changed it today. But if you posted this on Facebook or Instagram, you got fact checked, claiming this photo, the Trump photo, was altered. How crazy is this? They are trying to. I showed you last night, how Google's erasing the whole assassination attempt from their algorithm for search. If you chat GPT Trump's assassination, it says it didn't happen. And now they're trying to block this photo. So, I just want it loud and clear, showing it like nice and big here, that this photo is not doctored, and we're going to keep it going out there. In fact, hey, F you, Google. It happened. Fight, baby. We're not going away. We're not going to let this be taken away from us. We're not going to be told that it's fake. It didn't happen. This is not how we're going to do this. So this election, they're starting to play dirtier and dirtier the more it goes. It's getting nuts. What's up, Thomas? How you doing today? Got nuked today, man? How you feeling? Alan, Kamala was not picked by citizens. Democrats elective didn't pick her. Absolutely, they did not. Brett, our person like Kamala slays. Oh my God. I can't read that, but that's very funny. All right, next thing. Andrew left today. Okay, in our markets, short seller Andrew left, busted, turned himself in today, and pleads not guilty. His trial's set for September, which is awesome. That's actually very fast. So we're going to have a trial here for naked short selling on trial in just a month and a half. That's huge. That's very quickly. During a hearing that lasted about 40 minutes, Magistrate Judge Rosella Oliver imposed a $4 million bond with $1 million of it collateralized. She gave him until August 5th to come up with the $1 million. Assistant U.S. Attorney Brett Sagel argued left with a flight risk, pointing to more than $70 million in assets, including property abroad. He can walk out of this country and live a very luxurious life, Sagel said. Left, who wore a dark blazer and whose hands were cuffed during the court proceedings, mostly answered yes or no, flanked by his lawyers. While he awaits trial, Left is also prevented from making financial transactions of more than $100,000 without special permission, and his trading activity is restricted. And he's ordered to surrender his passport. So they're doing what they can, although they probably should not let him go at all. But they're making some moves to keep him in the country. He can no longer short sell, and we're going to see what happens here with if he squeals, because this guy is, they're going to go over his case. They're going to present to him his options, how bad the case is. And I'm telling you, if he feels like if there's any way he can't get out of this, which it's already not looking good. They're being pretty tough on him. The only thing I don't like is that they didn't keep him. They didn't say no bail, which I think they should have done. But innocent until proven guilty. This is America. So let's see what happens. but this could be huge. And I think this reverberations are feeling felt all across the markets, and that's very good for us. Very good for us, and having hope for our stocks, everything. Sorry, I'm reading a comment. Thomas, you're feeling messed up, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. The flag bunk round hung on the wall or online version. This is it's a photo. It's not hung on the wall. I wish it was hung on the wall. It's sweet. It's a blue screen photo though. All right. Speaking of markets, all right, China's economy is imploding right now, and it's going to have shock to us. It really will. This is on top of the housing crisis we're going through, which is getting much, much worse. And I find it very interesting that our economy, I mean, our markets have not been able to really bounce back the way we want them to. Well, not we, the way they want them to after the last couple weeks when it going down. I mean, today was basically a big nothing burger in the markets. It was just, I mean, futures tomorrow looking wrecked. But today, Monday, after kind of a bounce back week last week, I mean, this is nothing. S&P, NASDAQ barely moved, and Dow down slightly. They're all just, I mean, nothing's happening. Everybody's waiting this week. Now, of course, all these stocks are red today, just getting killed. But the markets are getting killed right now, and they're waiting for all these earnings to come out this week, and they're waiting for Powell, because this week is FOMC. We got 2 days, guys. 2 days to see if they get their dream of a July rate cut. I don't think it's happening, but I put it at like 5-10% chance right now. That core PCE coming in hot really set it back. But September, the markets are excited for September. And so after this week where we get all these earnings, we get the FOMC decision, I would not be surprised if after this week we start a melt up. Powell's comments on Wednesday are going to be very important. If he indicates at all that there's going to be rate cuts in September, if they read his language and they feel like, boom, we're in, it's going to really take off. We might see a big melt up leading into September. So just get ready for it. I'm not predicting anything yet. I'm just saying that I really could see that happening. So plan accordingly, though, because once the rate cut comes, I think things change quickly. Tom is going to lay down. Put me on surround sound, CBD gummy. All right, buddy. Go feel better. Robert, you guys get what? I can't believe William's going still. That's unreal. How long's he been on? Let me look at this real quick. William, what are you doing, man? Holy mackerel. How long is this live? I mean, I love William, so I don't have anything against him, but man, that guy, I get tired. Last night I did a 2-hour live. I'm still tired today. And he's going for 3 some hours. That's wild. Good for him. Magic, free Venezuela. Amen, brother. We're pulling for him. We are. So, Allan, there's got to be a way to ID dark pools, ETF train their stock holdings, let some other market makers borrow their shows. 100%, Allan. There has to be. There has to be a way to do it. I agree with you. Oh my God, you see this? White dudes for Harris raised $3 million. Oh my God. White dudes for Harris. This is so ridiculous. What is even happening right now? It's so nuts. It's, man. Brett, William went on. Andrew Luck article released. Awesome. Mike, that's what William's. Oh, God. You love William too, Robert? I know. He's a good dude. All right. So, all right, guys, listen. Things are going to get crazier and crazier. And as a heads up on my channel, I'm at the point where right now there's too much going on that if unless there's actual news on Finger, DJT, GTII, I just don't have anything to cover on those things anymore. I'll always answer questions to the best of my ability, but right now the country is in peril. We are at the point where we have to fight right now and focus on this stuff. We have to weave through these crazy narratives. We have to expose them because we have an election to win. And I am 100% focused on getting this win so that we win this election. We get our markets corrected. We get the right people in place. We get rid of Gary Gensler. That all is what has to happen right now. We are getting little wins here and there. This Andrew Leff thing is actually a huge win, and it should have major repercussions that are good for us. But just so you guys know, like the channel right now is just going to be more and more focused on covering the news and explaining how we win and how we fight. That's what it has to be. This is no time to be blackpilled. It's no time to give up. It's no time to be focused on the negatives. We have to fight. We have to expose, and we have to correct what's wrong out there and be strategic, because it's crazy right now. It's crazy. And this Venezuela thing, I feel like, it just shook me up watching it today, because I believe with all my heart that our country Venezuela was a very rich, well-run country, very oil rich. And then Chavez came in and they went full socialist, and now their people were starving, and the horror stories that come out of there of what people had to do to survive, it's awful. And it turned into a hellscape. And our country is nowhere close to that yet. But if we lose this election, I don't think we win another one for a long time. They are going to put in safeguards and implement horrible things to just ruin our chance at building this country into what America's meant to be for decades ahead. And we don't want our kids or our grandkids having to do what's going on in Venezuela right now to bring it back. They say, like, people who don't want the best for you, people who are hungry for power, people who lie and cheat and steal, they always project. They are manipulators of the mind. And what they do by projecting is they always tell you what they're trying to do by blaming it on somebody else. And when they say Trump is a threat to democracy, they are telling you right there that they are the true threat to democracy, to our republic. They are. And they're painting him as what they are. And this has been happening forever. This is a time long, sorry, I'm so tired tonight. I can't, I'm having trouble getting all my thoughts out. But this has been going on forever. This whole thing of like just blaming somebody else, projecting on there. And so when they say that, I take them at their word. And I know they are going to ruin our country. They're going to change everything. Kamala Harris is the most liberal senator as of 2019. She got into power in California, locked people up, ran the prison system as if it was her own personal playground, treated prisoners like the law didn't matter. It just was what Kamala Harris wanted to say and do. And that's what they want to do here to us. We have been called by Joe Biden himself. Trump supporters have been called like borderline terrorists. We've been called the worst things because that's what they think of it. And if we think J6 prisoner stuff was bad, it's only going to get worse. They want to bring in socialism. Kamala said it with her own words the other night. She's quoting Marx as one of her campaign mottos. Nothing matters well, it's not that nothing matters. Is that if we don't win this election, like, good luck ever getting our markets fixed. Good luck ever. Like, there will always be ways to make wealth and all that, and to, but it's going to get much harder and be. I'm never leaving our country, ever. I will always fight for her. But what we want for our futures, it's not happening if we lose this election. It's just not. We'll have some opportunities. We could still have okay lives. I'm not saying your life's over if this election ends, because everybody has their own stuff. And it might take 10 more years down the road, 15 more years down the road, 25 years down the road of going in this to get as bad as, say, Venezuela or something like that, because we still have our Constitution. We still have a bunch of people who are going to fight. But the point is that what you guys want for your lives, though, will not be available to you if we lose this election. They are going to go in a direction you won't believe. Okay, they're already trying the craziest stuff, and it's only going to get worse. So this is it. This is game time. And because of that, I just feel like I don't care if only 5 people are watching me at this point. I'll give up everything I've gained on this channel if I have to, because it only just now becomes about exposing the truth and winning. And I'm in this to win it. I'm not in this to just have a fair fight and, so, okay, good job, you did it. No, I know where the American people are. I know it. Like, I was talking to people today that were in town for my business from Arizona and other swing states, and I was asking them, I was like, are you guys even close to actually not being a red state? And they're just like, no. Like, everything you see, the fact, like, there's no Biden or Kamala stuff anywhere. Like, there's no support for that stuff. We are a red country. We're a red country with blue pockets. And by red, I don't mean full-on Republican. I mean people who believe in the Constitution, because that's right now. You're far right now if you believe in the Constitution. You're far right now if you believe in personal freedom. You're far right now if you believe the government shouldn't be involved in every little aspect of your life. So that makes you far right now. That's how crazy they've become. Centrist right now is far right. And so you and me and almost everybody watching on this channel, they think of us as far right now. And so because of that, we just have to say, okay, like, we can't change your position. We'll be far right. This country is red. This country is red, and its government needs to reflect that. And I, for one, will not stand to have a pocket of power-hungry people who lie to us, who hate us, who only want to enrich themselves and want to enslave you and me in this crazy system just so they can enrich themselves and do that to my kids and to my grandkids. F that. That is not happening on my watch. I will not go down without a fight. So this channel, and if it gets to the point where I start getting censored or whatever, I will full go to Rumble. I already start posting some stuff on Rumble. I need to start dual streaming. I plan on figuring that out soon, and I will be posting more to X. I'll post my videos on X. I don't care. But the point is this, is like, I've already lost some subscribers. My viewership's gone down a little bit. It doesn't bother me, because I know what really matters. And if I was just a pump and dumper looking to grow my channel, looking to give everybody what they wanted to hear, that you guys would just be getting those headlines you want. But that's not where we're at now. It is winning time. We're in the home stretch. We have 3 days left in July, 2 now actually. We have August, September, October, and then 5 days in November. Remember the 5th of November. That's it. We are under 100 days left until the most consequential day in our modern nation's history. I don't know what's going to go on with the election. I don't know how it's going to go as far as if they try to postpone it or not. But I'll tell you this. I am 100% sure that on election day, when that election finally does happen, Trump's going to win it. And if they try to take that from us, we have to be ready to say, not on our watch. And that's what this channel is going to be about. And that's what I'm going to expose all the way. And this is, sometimes you believe God put you in a place for a time like this. I believe there's a reason why I've been obsessed with politics since I was a teenager. There's a reason why I have spent the last 20 years getting my life right with God, right with my family, right with my friends, and learning how to be a man, learning how to be a strong personality and strong, and I believe it's for times like this. And it's because if I can just do a little bit to help, a little bit to break things out, then that's what I'm going to do. That's more important to me than making money in the stock market. It's more important to me than catching a short squeeze. It's more important to me than any of that. It is saving this country and getting it on track. And so that's what this channel is going to be like, more than you've ever seen it, because it has to be all in now. There's no dipping toes in. It has to be all in. And that's just where we're at. So, all right, let me catch up with you guys here before I head out tonight. Oh wow, lots of stuff here. Seems that September every year usually sees turn down the markets. Yeah, I mean September, October. Yeah. Al, having watched recent street interviews, feeling we have a lot more stupid people here than Venezuela has. I mean, you might not be wrong about that. That comes from being a rich country, though. It allows people to be stupid. Kamal starts feeling burdened, fun like the human. Takes more than one to ruin a country. Compliance required. That's absolutely true. But that's the problem, is there's a lot of compliance going on. They never use republic. You're 100% right. Yeah. Dame time, everyone pay close attention to what's going on in Venezuela compared to what you see on X, certain media sources as opposed to mainstream media. 100%. Absolutely. Saw a video of Venezuelan citizens seeing a steer in field, going out and slaughter it. They were starving. Yeah, I know it's horrible what's going on there. Kamala. Joel, stand with us. What can you do? I love it, man. Get involved locally. Get involved locally and expose what you see online, what you see in the news. Talk to people. Don't be afraid to be disliked. Because the tensions are high right now, but someday somebody's going to come back to you and be glad you stood up for what you believed in. Don't be obnoxious, don't be rude, don't be mean, but don't let people get away with the lies, especially not in front of others. If you hear somebody spouting nonsense, some bullshit, and they're talking to other people about it, call them out on it, expose the truth. And we can't allow this propagandizing of the minds to happen. Thanks, Robert. Dame, what's my thoughts on those saying this whole Trump assassination was staged for a bigger reason? Saying if they wanted Trump gone, he would be gone. It's absolute nonsense. They had one chance to kill Trump. They plotted it. They planned it. It was obvious. I mean, there's too much there not to say it wasn't an inside job of some sort. They plotted it. They had their perfect chance. The guy got a perfect shot. Perfect shot. Nothing in the way. Nobody trying to take him out. 26 minutes sitting there. Perfect shot. He missed. He missed their perfect shot, and they are freaking out about it. And I just, they're going all in on every way they can, but there's no way this Trump assassination was staged. Anybody who says that is a moron. Far left digging a deep hole for themselves. That is very true. Be able to stream on True Social soon? That'd be awesome. Robert, Arizona cheated. Part of recount had 2 top men in Dominion working your computers. Over 30,000 legal immigrant votes. Wow. I believe it. All right, boys. Sting Gravy, right on. United States. Amen. Arizona's new governor was Secretary of State, ran elections while she was running. I know. Running for governor as Secretary of State. That's so corrupt. It's crazy. You can be mean-year-old. Alan, you can get away with it. Butters, you'll learn if you want to piss people off, tell the truth. That is very true a lot of times, yeah. All man, fight for Lady Liberty. She needs our help now more than ever. Amen. Listen, guys, we are born in the greatest country the world has ever seen. We have the greatest opportunity to live blessed lives that the world has ever seen. We live in an era where miracles are our regular life. As much as I have a love-hate relationship with this thing, the fact I have a supercomputer in my pocket, it's a miracle. The fact I live in an air-conditioned house with, electricity, it's a miracle. The fact I have access to, so much in life. I can drive miles in a day. It's a miracle. We live in a world of miracles every day. C.S. Lewis' book, Miracles, is really good about this. He breaks it down so well. And those miracles, because of technology and our evolution as humans, not macroevolution, I don't believe in that. Microevolution as humans, we live in the best time ever to be alive if we're free. If we're free and able to be prosperous. There's never been a better time in history. And we live in the best country in the world for that. But we have to fight to keep it, and we have to fight to get it to where we want it to be. And, I believe every single person is chosen and given a soul by God for the time period they're born in, which means you have a purpose in life, every single one of you. You have a purpose, you have a call, you have a fight. And sometimes, actually, all the time, you don't pick your fight, the fight chooses you. I didn't pick to be the son of an immigrant who came from Austria, whose dad had been oppressed by the Nazis and was told, America we fight for her because she's the best chance we have for freedom, because I've seen my grandpa, he said, I've seen real tyranny, and we can never let it come here. I didn't choose that. That's my heritage, and I choose to take what they fought for and run with it. I want to see my kids have a better life than myself. I didn't choose that. I mean, I do choose that, but I didn't choose which kids I'm going to get. I just chose to have kids. And I think as a father, it's not a choice once you have them. You just make that happen for them. You train them to be ready for life, and then you set them up to have a better life, and you fight for them to have that. And I honestly don't think it's a choice. Too many fathers treat it like it is, but it's not. That's a no-brainer. But I didn't choose our country to be in this mess. I didn't choose. I want a quiet life like everybody else. I want to make good money, be able to provide for my family, set them up, do fun stuff, and enjoy quiet life. I really do. But I see the country I love, and the world's going crazy, and the country I love is borderline at the verge of being lost to me, and for probably my lifetime, or at least most of it. And that's unacceptable. And so I didn't choose this fight, it chose me, because I can't stay out of it. And that's what we got to do, guys. You just decide whether you step up or step down, whether you're going to be a sheep or a wolf, as somebody wrote, whether you're going to come alongside what God wants, which is freedom for people, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, everything that's in our Declaration of Independence. I mean, that's true. I mean, I'm a Christian, I'm a pastor, I'm a theologian. I can tell you that what the founding fathers wrote was all true from a biblical perspective. It's like God doesn't want to control people. He wants to give the gift of life and better life. And so, are you on that side, or are you on the side that wants to control people? Tell people that, men can be women and have babies, freaking men can be beating up women in the Olympics right now as boxers dressed as women. I mean, that is not a world that's acceptable to me. It's just not. And so there's something inside me that is pissed off about it. It's a righteous anger. And anger, when righteous, can be used as energy to destroy wickedness. And that's what I'm about. I'm going to be destroying narratives. I'm going to be destroying bad ideas. I'm going to be destroying and calling out bad actions. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm pissed off and I'm angry, and I'm not going to stop. So, been telling me to get it set up for. I know, Zach. I know you're right. I do need to get set up Dame Time, clarify, you think you said it wrong. They're not saying Trump staged it. They're saying powers that be staged it. Oh, nah. They're not. They wanted him out. You can't, listen, that shot you can't stage. The guy shot it when he had Trump in his sights. You can't stage the fact that Trump turned his head at the last minute and hit the ear. You can't stage that. So that right there is the absolute proof it wasn't staged. How you kidding me? Thomas told an inside job, convinced by the FBI agent behind Trump, looked in direction of shooter, whipped out phone, seemingly unfazed by gunfire, and records the hit. Wow. Yes, Kay, yeah. Decide what battles to win the war. That's right, Alan. Even preachers served in Revolutionary War. Of course they did, yeah. Steak and gravy. It's coming. And I just want to tell you, too, guys, that we're going to win. We're going to win this. Too many good people. You guys, it's like everybody on this stream. Amazing people. We're going to win this because, I mean, listen, I just went on this rant about that, and 115 of you are still watching. So 115 of you guys are patriots looking for a way to make a difference. And you're all going to do it. It doesn't matter how big or small, you do what you can do. And if there's millions more of you, which I believe there is, Tucker Carlson's audience, I believe, and he's the #1 podcast in America, like that, or the world, like that audience, bunch of fighters. And there's a ton of other ones out there. And you just go through it, and it's like people aren't going to do this anymore. Trump has taught us, or he's wakened up a beast, a sleeping giant of fighters. He really has. People, whether it's old, young, male, female, they are fighters. And Trump has reawakened it by bringing people hope and making them feel seen and a part of something again. And that's going to help us win. We're going to win because of it. But we can't win just by sitting here talking about it. And we have to do. And so we're all going to just do our part and figure out what that is. And if you don't know what that is, say a prayer, ask God for guidance. He'll give it to you. You know, the Bible says that if you ask God for wisdom, he guarantees he'll give it to you. And it says, don't even doubt it. You'll get it. So ask for wisdom and what you can do. And it might be something small. And if you feel like I should do more, but it's not coming to you, then maybe that small thing's all you got to do, and you'll have peace. And that's how you'll know it was enough. And that's all you got to do. It's that easy. Being a warrior is honorable. Trump's a ninja. He can dodge bullets. Yeah. It's unbelievable how that happened. Trump's from the Matrix. Steak and gravy started me because of stocks probably stay for Patriots. I love it, man. Thank you all, man. A1A came on at the right time. Better late than never. There you go, man. Walkovitz. I love the flag, buddy. Joel, these colors do not run. Absolutely. They do not. So, guys, on that, I'm going to call it a night. I'm exhausted. Got another long day tomorrow. But I will be on tomorrow night. And we're going to do this. We're just going to keep fighting the fight every night. Every night I can get on here and, but love you guys. Appreciate you. You guys are an awesome, awesome audience. And listen, I listen to you guys too. So anything you guys, you can always email me or hit me up on Twitter if you have stuff to share. I want to see what you guys are seeing too. If I'm wrong on something, I want you guys to show me the stuff I'm wrong on, all that, because it's really important we get all this right. It is. And so you guys get to be a part of this with me if you want to. Alan, any veterans out there remember Pelosi saying veterans are terrorists? Never forgive her for that. Be God's witness against her. I don't remember that, but that's crazy, Alan. Flag has a meaning, red, white, and blue. Yeah, it does. I know the red was blood. I can't remember, like the blood of the people who fought for it. I can't remember the blue. ESK, left is one of so many. I think they drag it out till after election. I agree with you, Robert. Heard of parkour, haven't heard of Trump court. Spartans push. All right, guys. Well, God bless you guys. And let me just end in a quick prayer and we'll go. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Bless all these people here, God. And God, give us wisdom in every way how we can help, Lord, win, get our country back on track, but also how we can prosper our families and our communities around us so that we can just be in a good place, God, to just be a blessing to ourselves and to others. And so be with everybody. Bless them all in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night.